Hello and welcome to MES e-lesson. I'm Natalie. Today you're going to learn the how and the when of answering be past plus ing verb questions negatively in a business setting. For example, I wasn't creating any animosity between my co-workers. Let's start with how. How do you use these answers and statements? First, know how to conjugate be past. Let's use the example accruing frequent flyer miles on my trip to complete the sentence. If you want to talk about yourself, please repeat, no, I wasn't accruing frequent flyer miles on my trip. If you want to talk about me, no, you weren't accruing frequent flyer miles on your trip. If you want to talk about Eric, no, he wasn't accruing frequent flyer miles on his trip. If you want to talk about Jessie, no, she wasn't accruing frequent flyer miles on her trip. If you want to talk about us, no, we weren't accruing frequent flyer miles on our trip. If you want to talk about them, no, they weren't accruing frequent flyer miles on their trip. It's very important to memorize this conjugation fluently before you start practicing video B. Next, know your verbs and really study your vocabulary. For example, I wasn't keeping expense receipts. Beating around the bush, budgeting for these expenses. Finally, to build a more specific answer, you can use a time reference. For example, I wasn't paying attention to focus group studies last year. Or a prepositional phrase, for example, I wasn't paying attention to focus group studies for a while. So finally, when do you use these answers and statements? You use them to talk about people's past activities and about things that were not in progress in the past. For example, I wasn't assisting Harry with technical trouble. Excellent! Now let's review. First, how do you use be past plus ing verb answers and statements? You use them by knowing the conjugation of be past and building a more specific answer with the vocabulary, time references and prepositional phrases. Second, when do you use these answers and statements? You use them to talk about people's past activities and about things that were not in progress in the past. Well done! Let's move on to video B to really practice making a variety of your own answers. Remember to keep on reviewing your vocabulary. I'm Natalie and I look forward to seeing you soon.